In the midst of the ongoing saga surrounding Prince Harry and his place in the royal family, one thing is certain: the Duke of Sussex has no intention of letting go of his fight for taxpayer-funded security when he visits the UK. After a long battle, Harry has successfully won a Home Office review of the decision to strip him of 24-hour armed police protection. But this latest victory has some royal watchers wondering, could this be the first step in Harry's eventual return to the UK, or perhaps even a comeback to royal duties? Harry's fight for security has been a public spectacle since 2020, when he and Meghan Markle stepped down from their senior royal roles. Despite being removed from his official duties, Harry still finds himself at the center of royal matters, now fighting to regain the protection he feels he and his family deserve when visiting his home country. The British government had previously determined that Harry's threat level was not high enough to warrant 24-hour security. However, with the recent review, it seems the tides may be turning. The Royal and VIP Executive Committee, RAVEC, has now tasked its Risk Management Board with re-evaluating Harry's threat level for the first time in nearly 6 years. Experts believe that this review could signal something much bigger. Could Harry's return to the UK be on the horizon? Is this his chance to reconnect with his family and maybe even take on a public royal role again? Royal editor Matt Wilkinson from The Sun posed an interesting question during a recent show: is it fair to call Harry stubborn? He certainly isn't backing down from his demands for security. Jack Royston, the chief royal correspondent at Newsweek, suggested that if the R&B, risk and bodyguard, assessments go in Harry's favor, it might indicate that the Duke is planning to spend more time in the UK, possibly even resuming some form of royal duty. But this is not just about security. It's about the relationship between Harry and the royal family, which has been under intense scrutiny for years. In fact, Harry himself blamed the establishment for his current situation, accusing them of keeping him unsafe. "I can't see a world in which I will be bringing my wife and children back at this point," he said in a blistering interview. After this public statement, Harry did return to the UK in September for a series of charity events, during which he was able to meet his father, King Charles, for the first time in 19 months. This meeting was highly anticipated, with rumors swirling about the possibility of Harry resuming some royal duties on a half-in, half-out basis. However, despite the warmth of their reunion, it seems that the pair's conversation was more formal than anticipated. Harry even joked about feeling more like an official visitor than a family member. After their 53-minute summit at Clarence House, where they exchanged gifts and kissed on the cheek, there was no clear indication of Harry's future role within the royal family. In fact, sources suggest that Harry and King Charles still have a long way to go in terms of rebuilding their relationship, especially when it comes to decisions about Harry's royal status. But why is Harry so focused on his security when the royal family continues to be the subject of public debate? Harry's security battle has been one of the most contentious aspects of his decision to step away from royal life. While Harry's security needs are understandable, the question remains: does he still need the royal family's protection, or is this more about asserting his importance and reclaiming his place within the royal fold? For now, the Home Office review is underway, and a decision is expected soon. If the assessment results in Harry being granted protection, it would mean that taxpayers would foot the bill for his security whenever he's in the UK. But sources argue that this individual security review system, which requires Harry to notify the Met Police 30 days in advance of his arrival, could be more expensive than simply assigning a few salaried armed officers for his visits. While Harry's return to the UK seems like a distant possibility, this latest development raises more questions than answers. If Harry is successful in securing protection, could it mean a permanent return to royal duties? Or is he merely paving the way for more frequent visits, perhaps with Meghan and the children by his side? Despite the personal challenges, one thing is clear: Harry's journey continues to evolve, and the royal family's involvement in his life is far from over. The question remains: will this security victory signal a deeper reconciliation with his family, or is it merely a small chapter in an ongoing saga?